Here we go again. Set timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
And counting. Okay. Let's see what we got tonight. I did all these. Woohoo! Good job. Another grasshopper one. Messy goals. Grasshopper ones are all debugging ones I've figured out. So, use variables to find the sum of the goals Messi scored in 3 competitions. Okay, information. Here's the scoring statistics. La Liga, Champions League, Copa del Rey. Oh, okay, so goals. So this must be soccer, I suppose. Create 3 variables and store the appropriate values using the above table. Here's the 3 variables. And create a 4th variable named total goals. Oh, and you have different languages you could do here if you want. We're doing JavaScript. A different variable that should store the sum of all Messi's goals for this year. Okay. Thankfully, this is very basic math. Math tends to terrify me, but it's just addition, so no biggie. So let's do it. Train. Oh, they say create variables, but it looks like they've already done it. What they really want me to do is... Oh, you know what? They didn't even say create a function to find the goals, did they? They just said create variables. I need to read the question more closely here. Use variables to find the sum of the goals Messi scored in 3 competitions. Okay. Now... should equal the total function. Total goals. It should equal the total. Yeah. Total goals 58. Anyway. So here's the variables already, and I just need to store, assign these numbers to them, I guess, is what they're just wanting me to do. It's a little confusing because that seems very simple, but that's okay. Yep, here's the variables. So I just need to store the appropriate values using the above table. Well, there you go. They already declared the variables, so I just need to assign the correct values here. So this is 43, this is 10, and this is 5. Okay, so I'm assigning a value to each of these variables. And then total goals is going to equal this variable plus this variable plus this variable. That's all they want me to do, right? Create a 4th variable, here it is, in total goals, the sum of all of the goals for the year. Okay. So it's just going to be this one. Copy paste. Plus this one. Copy paste. Plus this one. And that should be it, I believe. Look at it one more time. Looks like the dealio here. Test. There we go. That's the first one I've gotten that didn't require a function, because usually you have some kind of function that does something. But I was just declaring variables and assigning values in that one. So there you go. Let's do another one. Oh yeah. Okay, 8Q. We're still sticking with the 8Qs. I wonder how many there are. Like, when will I ever run out of them, or are there just like thousands of them? I don't know. Okay, parse float. Okay, so this is another write function. See, a function. Write a function, parse f, which takes an input and returns a number or null if conversion is not possible. Okay, what am I converting it to? Let's see. The input can be one of many different types, so be aware. Oh, oh, different types. So I assume they mean like Boolean type or string type or number type, that kind of thing. Okay, so it can be many different types, so I need to check to see what type it is. And it needs to return a number or null. Oh, I see. Okay, so if it's like a string and I need to convert it to a number, I get it. So like 5 in quotes would technically be a string, but it could be converted to a number. But wait, okay, so I think I understand the question at least. Train. So S, so like the example test here is just what I was saying, like string, whoops, I did not mean to do that. 1, and then it returns 1, and it does 1.0. Interesting. Okay, so what, but it says many different types. That's funny that there's only one test here. That doesn't help me too much, especially since it's the case that I already thought of on my own. Let me think of what other cases there might be. Like if it's a Boolean, for example, that's not going to convert to a number. So that needs to return null. You know what? I wonder if there's a method that actually does return true or false. Check a number that a method that checks if something can be converted to a number and returns true or false. I'm gonna look this up because that would be very handy to know. It's called parse. Now here's parse int JavaScript that just came up. And the algorithm is called parse float, so that's kind of a hint. The parse int function parses a string and returns an integer. Oh, the specified. So, I want that for the test case that they displayed, parse int, s. But let me just look up parse float. I thought float was, whoops. Float.js? Let's see what that is. Oh, now this is parses an argument, converting it to a string first if needed, and returns a floating point number. So it looks like that's what they used in the test case because there was a float. Console log, let me look at this. Okay, so circumference, not a number. So if I do that and it's not a number, I could check to see if the result is not a number, and if so, I can return null. There you go, that's where not a number is our friend in this case. Interestingly, not a number is actually a number type. I don't know if you knew that, but it's very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do so parse float is what we need here to at least to pass this test down here. And then so I'm going to store it in a variable because I'm going to then check the variable and say if that variable is a number, then return that number, and if it's not a number, then return null. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a variable here. Let parsed equal parse float s. Is that the right syntax? Parse float. Parse float. Yeah. Okay, so parse float s. So that should be okay there. Now I'm going to do my if check here. So parsed equal number, question mark. A ternary operator here. if parsed equals a number, then we're going to return parsed. Yeah, parsed. Okay. Oh, that's my timer. But I'm not going to quit because I'm almost there. Else return null. Okay. So I can get rid of this. That I'm going to test. Yeah, number is not defined. They think I want, okay, so I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to say, not a number is parsed. I'm going to do the opposite. If it's not a number, I've been working in TypeScript, and you declare types, you know, so I'm used to saying number or boolean or something, and it recognizes that, but this is not TypeScript, and that was not number is not a thing, I guess. So null, otherwise you return parsed. So let's try this instead. There we go. Yeah, so number was not, yeah, but not a number is an actual thing. I use thing a lot, which is not technical jargon in any way. It makes sense in my mind, but it's not very helpful to others. Okay, so let's attempt it. Ooh, see? They only gave me one test. Expected null instead got not a number. Now this is interesting. Oh, so what are these cases, I wonder, that I missed? Well, I ran out of time though, so I'm just going to check the solution, okay? We'll see what I missed here. I passed a lot of the tests, but, so, oh yeah, here we go. Forfeit and unlock. Show me the solutions. Okay, so let's see what this guy did. Return isNaN. See, I didn't know that was a thing. Let's look that up here. isNaN. JavaScript. Learn something new all the time. Oh wait, that's W3 schools. Well, W3 schools is okay too. I just like MDN, my favy. Okay, so it's a function that determines whether a value is NaN or not. You may alternatively want to use, okay, so there you go. I didn't know about that function, so now I do. So return is not a number, parse float s, null, otherwise parse float s. Okay. Yeah, that would work. So, but my question is, why wasn't mine working? And then this person knew about isNaN as well. So did this person. See, that was the key thing that I was missing. This person used a regular expression. So that was good. Just checking to see if it's a number. Oh, now this is interesting here. Plus s. I've never seen that syntax. Yeah, so I just want to go look at that, what I did here. So if parsed is not a number, parse float s should return something. And it should return not a number if it's not a number. So if it's not a number, then it should be equal to not a number, and in that case I want to do null. Well, I learned about isNaN function today, so that was helpful. Otherwise, good practice.